This is a quick video I'm gonna do. I just figured out a system I made because I had an account that had like it had about like 30 something characters in it, and I had I tried to memorize it using the Dominic system. Because if you don't know what the Dominic system is, it's a system by a guy named Dominic O'Brien, which is it's a pretty good system. I'm not saying that it's a bad system. I memorized the system. I've gone through it. I've gone through the system. It's 0 through 99, and you can use it to memorize just numbers. That's it. You really can't use it to memorize. You really can't use it to memorize like letters and numbers, combinations of letters and numbers, because that's what creates a strong password. Because in today's age, you have hackers who try to hack accounts, but you have good hackers and bad hackers. But you have bad hackers who try to hack accounts, who try to get people's credit card number, all that stuff. And it depends what you install. And I'm careful what software I install, especially if it's pirated. Even if though I don't use pirated software that much, I'm careful of what software I install, because I know it can have a keylogger. But other than that, I wanted to say that it's a little bit better than the Dominic system. So I'm gonna go through it. I just wrote it down, and I'm gonna go through it. I got my paper right here. First of all, you make up a saying or you take a quote. Like, you make up a saying, like, say you just want to make up something, like you make up a saying, like a sentence, or two or three, as long as you want, and then, or you take a famous quote. Don't take a famous quote, because a hacker might guess it, but, like, take a less famous quote, or take a quote from a less famous person. And then I wanted to also mention that shorter quotes take less time to memorize, and longer quotes take a longer time to memorize. Let's go through an example. Let's say I made up a quote like, "America is the greatest country in the world because America has the greatest colleges in the world." You would take America, which equals A, which equals a capital A, because you don't have to if you want to, but this is how I do it. You make the first letter uppercase, and then you count how many letters are in the word. How many letters are in the word America? 7 letters. So you make a lowercase s, and then you put the letter 7, and then that equals AS7. And then let me flip the page, because I just wrote this down. Like after that, after you're done doing that through all the for all the words in the quote or saying, you have to visualize it in order to memorize, and this is what you do. It's not a rule or anything, you don't have to do this, but for me it has to be a person, place, or object. And for a number, well, for a letter, it has to be a person, place, or object. But for a number, you can just visualize what it reminds you of. Let's take AF7 for example. Let's say that I wrote it as AF5, so I'm going to do that. Let's say we have A, which is a capital A. You can visualize A as ashes, and then a lowercase f. You can visualize the lowercase f as a fox, and then 5, you can visualize 5 as a wheelchair. And then what you do is that you visualize and connect them together, just that one item, that's just for one word. And then you can create your own symbols / words for each letter and number. And then to memorize the password, you keep writing down and saying the visualizations out loud. I did it with my eyes open, but you can do it with your eyes closed or open. You visualize the pictures, and then once you have a good run through, you stop. Then you get out the original saying / quote you wrote down. Let's take another example, or the same example. America is the greatest country in the world because of our colleges. Because our colleges. Okay? Now this is the final one. You say the quote out loud while writing down each word. You say the quote out loud while writing down each word. you write down the letters, and then you write down the numbers. You keep writing it down, you keep repeating it, and you keep repeating it. And then after you keep repeating it, and you keep repeating it, you keep doing it until you have it memorized. You really should just try to memorize the saying, but just memorize the saying while writing down the letter. And I don't know how many views it's going to get, but if it gets a lot of views, then that's good for me. But even if it gets 100 views, it was worth it. I'm going to decide what picture to put up, and that's it. Thank you. Bye.